Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is MiAh the King, and today we're taking a look at a game that came out earlier on Steam today called Backbone, and if I sound a bit off to you, then I deeply apologize. I got my second COVID shot yesterday, and I am very sick today, so if I don't sound passionate or enthusiastic, please just bear with me as it's from the sickness that I'm feeling currently. And that little dingling sound you were hearing a minute ago was my stupid cat who just at this right moment had to come and shake her freaking collar. Anyway, so Backbone is a post-noir role-playing detective adventure. Become Raccoon Private Eye Howard Loader as you interrogate a diverse cast of characters, collect evidence, and explore a dystopian Vancouver, BC inhabited by animals. That's what it says on the Steam store page anyway. So basically it's a noir-style detective game with animal people. It's something I've seen done before, and a long time ago on my channel I did a video of this game. On the demo, maybe? I don't remember. I don't really remember a whole lot. It could have been an early access copy from Game Jolt or something, but whatever. The point is, this isn't the first time I'm looking at this game. But let's get right to this, because I really don't feel good, and I just want to get to you guys the information needed. I mean, it's asking for quite a lot of money, so most people are going to look at this and question if it's worth it or not, and sometimes the demos don't give you enough, so, you know, got to go into that. I will say, first off, though, that in the game I didn't notice any crashes or nothing, so it seems pretty stable. I love the graphics. I mean, they are pixelated, but they're very well done artistically, and I love the style of the side-scrolling in this game. It has a sneak mechanic, a negotiation mechanic, and that's about it, actually. The music is really good, when it plays at least, and, I mean, the story is pretty lame and generic, but there's no real ambiance here. I mean, there was a part in the story where I was watching a guy crying about, you know, he's taking a drink of something while trying to cope with the things that he had done. But the entire time that this 5-minute long scene was going on, there was no sound. There was no music. There was nothing. I was just watching this pixelated guy cry and drink something. It was very boring. There's no voice acting here either. And overall, the ambiance is just missing. There's a deep lack of overall sound effects surrounding your character. There's no wind blowing, no tree rustling, no people chatting in the background. You don't hear cars driving by all the time when they show up. And other than a random sound here and there, you'd not even realize this game has any sound effects besides its music. And I'm a strong believer that sound is essential for immersion, and this game is lacking in the most basic of sounds. I mean, at least sometimes I can hear my guy's footsteps, so there's that at least. But look, I'm not going to get too far into this because I've got a pounding headache right now. Just, look, I was bored, okay? I was bored with the game. I tried my hardest to really get into this and enjoy it because I love the idea of being a private detective, and I love the idea of these animal people worlds with their alternate histories and whatnot. But the raccoon that you're playing isn't even a badass. He's just some coward. He's just a guy who basically looks for missing items like watches or whatever and takes pictures of cheating spouses. I have no idea of his background either, by the way. The game didn't really tell me anything about him. All I could piece together is that he's broke and owes favors to people, and he's trying to duck and avoid them like every other private detective game I've ever seen in my life. He sees a dead body and he runs away, pukes, and wants to give up on his job and his life. I mean, what the hell? Then he's got to be convinced by some stranger to keep going just because it's the right thing to do. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I don't really like the main character I was forced to play. If you didn't understand that so far, I don't like him. There's no sound effects present to make the game immersive or make the game feel alive, and there's no real fun gaming mechanics, period. I mean, the most fun I had was when I was sneaking into this upstairs of some club, but even that was really short and super easy to get through, and they didn't build on it. There was nothing, you know, fun or cool there. It was just a very standard sneaking mechanic, and nothing interesting or fun happening. I spent the remaining hour of my time walking from point A all the way to point F while talking with people along the way. More than half of those conversations were pointless. They didn't add to the world or lore, they didn't add to any characters or development, and they didn't add anything to the plot. They were literally just pointless conversations about pointless people doing pointless things. So this game is kind of a walking simulator and a talking to strangers simulator while you look like a raccoon. You're barely a PI and you're barely doing anything worthy of detecting. I mean, where's the clues? Where's the fun mini-games of piecing information together and learning stuff? Where's your inventory of gadgets to help you track down people or whatever, you know, pick up clues? Where's your gun? No gun? Why not? And if you're not a murder PI, then why are you taking a murder case? I would have had more fun if this was more of a comedic thing and I was just taking pictures of cheating spouses the whole time. That would have been more fun than what I was doing with this one. I mean, I also watched this guy get beaten up in an alley by a couple of dudes that didn't even look that badass, so he's not even that much of a fighter. I mean, I just don't get it. What is the appeal here? I mean, is he just supposed to be some regular guy? Because that's fun, right? That's what the best adventures are about, an everyday Joe who just, wants to live his life normally and doesn't want to get involved in things, and he's a coward the whole time. Those are the best stories, right? I don't get it. I don't get what is the appeal here. Well, what is the game going to offer me that no other game has? What is this game doing that nothing else has that allows me to become invested and feel like I didn't waste my money? I don't know what it is, but I was just bored by it pretty much the entire time. And this frustrates me because I was really hoping that this game would be fun and engaging. It doesn't have to have voice acting, it doesn't have to have a lot of action or fast-paced stuff going on, but it does need to have some form of engaging quality to it that makes me want to keep coming back and keep playing it. But the story isn't unique or original enough for me to be interested. The main character is bland, boring, and lame, so I'm not interested in him. The gameplay isn't fun or addicting enough to make up for the lack of story or anything else. The game doesn't offer me anything new or innovative in terms of story, gameplay, or anything. And honestly, I couldn't wait to get off this game so I could just write this script so I could be done with it. I'm just not getting it. It's not for me, and what you see here is what you get. There's nothing else missing. I'm not hiding the good gameplay. What you're watching here is all there is for the first hour of gameplay, probably for the first 2 hours of gameplay, and even then, if maybe they offer you something really cool and unique at that point, I don't care. I don't care, because in the first 2 hours you bored me to the point that I wanted to get a refund, and that is your problem and your fault, not mine. What you're hearing here is all there is. But after all that, I mean, if you still feel like it's worth over $20 to you and you might want to give it a try, then be my guest. Now, I hope you enjoy it. It does have a free demo, which is its prologue, so if you're interested, I highly recommend checking out the prologue first. In fact, if you're seeing this, don't even buy the game. Go play the prologue. You will see for yourself how boring it is. If you're a fan of this game, I would love to hear why, and I'm not being sarcastic and I'm not being mean. I really want to know why you guys love it. I mean, did I miss something? Is it just not for me? What is it about this game that you fans out there like so much about it? I'm generally, honestly curious, and I want to know. If you have any questions or concerns about the game that I didn't get to in this video because I'm not feeling good, then please let me know in the comments and I'll try my best to answer you in a timely fashion. Once again, super sorry about the low quality of this video, but I'm super sick and I've got to end it here. If you guys feel like you want to support my channel, I'd really appreciate it. Just hit that button, that like button, and leave me a nice comment. Thanks everyone who stopped by to watch, and I hope to see you all again on my next adventure. So until then, I bid you all farewell.